What's up, y'all? So today somebody came up to me and asked me if I can do brakes on a Toyota Tundra 2010, and I was like, sure, yeah, I'll do it for you. And the guy was like, yeah, because the dealer is charging me $520, and I really don't think that's too much for them to do brakes on just front brakes, you know, because he had them do the rear. But then when he found out the price for the front, he was like, nah, I'm just gonna have to wait on that. So let's go ahead and start working on it. What you guys gonna need is gonna be a floor jack, probably an impact. If not, probably like a 1/2 inch ratchet and a breaker bar, which is over there. But I'm not using that because I got my impact with me right here. A set of sockets, and we're not gonna need that. Pliers, a 10 millimeters. And I believe it's let's see, 22 to take the tires off, 22 to take the tires off, 17 to get the caliper bracket off, and I believe that's it. Oh yeah, you also need a hammer and a flathead screwdriver. So let's go ahead and start working on it. Once you guys get it set up and lift it off the flying with the floor jack, get the jack stand. Now this truck is sitting way too high, so I'm just gonna take this all the way out as much as possible, and I'm just gonna let it sit there. I did the passenger side already, and also on the rear I put this block so the truck don't go back, like roll back. So now let's go ahead and take the sockets, the lug nuts from the tire, and remove the tire out of the way. Once you guys remove the tire out the way, you're gonna come over here, and right in the back of the caliper you see that, which is the bolt that holds the caliper bracket, and you will see the bottom one right there. Now it also has extras one, which is that one and that one right there, but you don't have to remove that. Just remove this big ones right here. Now this and that I believe is the same size, but just remove that one and the one underneath it, which is a size 17. Now to make it easy, we're gonna remove it with the impact. Remove the top one, and then also remove the bottom one. I'm sorry about the camera angle. Okay, so now that we got the caliper bracket bolts out, the next thing to do will be removing this brake line right here, because in most cars that you do brakes and you remove the caliper, usually it's just a brake hose like this. But if you come over here, the brake hose turns into a brake line that runs to the caliper, which is a weird setup brake assembly, I guess. I did the passenger side already, and I was hoping not to get the brake line off, but then after noticing, I was like, no, the more I keep moving this bracket, the caliper bracket around, I feel like I'm gonna end up breaking the brake line. So what I did, you know, you had to disconnect this. Once you take this off, the whole caliper bracket comes out, and then that's when you gotta deal with the brakes. And I'll give you more details on how to take them out. Once you guys get it out, the brake line, the whole caliper bracket should just come out easy. Almost hit my phone. There you go. This is the whole caliper. As you guys can see, it comes out with the pads also attached to it, and that's because we had to get this little I think it's almost like a guide pin. You got two of them. Once you get it out, I'll show you the next step. Okay, so to get this out right here, you guys are gonna need a hammer, and you guys are going to hit it right here. You see how it went down? Then do the same thing to the other one. And now to get it all the way out, you guys are gonna need the help of a little punch right here, and also the hammer still. So you guys put it in here, and then just keep hitting it until it goes all the way down, you know, slide all the way in, and then comes out the other way. Guide pins out of the way, you know, like start sliding it out until both of them comes out. You got two options now to get the pads off. Now I really don't know if they had a tool for that, but everything I do in here is actually doing it my way. So first option will be grabbing some pliers. You can stick them in here and then grab it, you know, like punch them together, squeeze them basically. And I don't know if you saw that it started coming off. I'm using one hand only. Okay, so you're just gonna keep doing that, you know, until you're almost done. And the other option, which I found out easier, would be still using a punch and hit it right here, basically on the edges. So let me see if I can probably set my phone somewhere so you guys can actually see. Okay, hopefully my phone don't drop down. As you guys can see, I got my bracket in here, and I can either use this one, the fat one, or I can use a skinner one. But I'll probably use the big one for more leverage, I guess, once I heat it. So just put it in there, and then with the hammer start hitting it on both sides. Now it'll be easier if you take this off, and then just keep hitting it. Until it comes off. I was gonna show you that was gonna be a next step, but I guess it kind of skipped itself up. Oh, or you guys can hit it down too, I guess. Now, on some cars, they got a tool. Let me go get it. They got a tool that you push the piston back in, which it will be this one. Now, there is no way for you to stick this in here because it just won't fit. This caliper has a 4 piston in there. So the other way, where the pliers can actually come in handy, you open them up. Let me close them a little. Open them up. I'll do this so you guys can see. I'm gonna spray brake fluid on myself, and then just pretty much close them. Just that easy. I can probably do it with my hand. I don't know. Okay, maybe not. Not with my hand. You see how easy it is? Now pistons are all the way in. Now what you do, you go get the new ones, which they probably somewhere. Okay, so you go get the new ones right here. Now the one with the bracket is gonna go on the inside. So you basically put it in an angle. Then once you get it in, slide it back to where it goes. Oh, you know what? No wonder why it's not going in. I had it in the wrong way. some reason it's not going in. So just put some brake fluid on it and lubricate it. There we go. And then get the other one. Do the same thing. Now, as you guys can see, I'm actually not hitting the pad. I'm hitting the metal of the pad. There we go. Now get your guide pins, and they are gonna go like this. You gotta make sure they lined up too, because as you can see, this is actually not lined up. So I have to hit it down. It's almost in. Okay. So you just keep hitting it until it goes to the second one, which I had it almost pretty much straight. Came out. Now you do the same thing for the other one too, but now the other one, it had the little spring, remember? So this is gonna go in, which I pretty much bend it just a little. Now the new pads did not came in with this spring, so I had to put the same one back in. Okay, just like that. And then you gotta get the other piece, which it goes in here. Okay, so my phone actually shut off because I have my memory is actually full, my storage. But I got the little bracket back on, I got this one back on, pads back on, and the little guide pins back on. So the next thing to do will be to remove the rotor out. Now to remove the rotor, spray some WD-40 so you can actually eat the rust in the inside. And then just let it sit there for about maybe a minute, and then hit it with a hammer basically behind it on the back right here. Just keep hitting it until it comes off. Okay, so we're gonna try hitting it with the hammer now. First, let me fix the phone because he almost fell. So we're gonna hit the rotor from the back. And then just how easy it comes off. Just gotta keep hitting it, it comes off. Slide it out and put the new one back on. Make sure that you guys spray the back of the rotor with some brake cleaner. Get the oil off. Once you get it back on, get your bracket, put it back on too, and put the bolts in the back. Once you guys get it back together, rotor, caliper bracket, pads, brake line. Wait, where you go? Brake line. There you go. Brake line. The next step to do would be going inside the truck and press the brake and make sure that it doesn't go all the way down to the floor, because if it does, then it's probably leaking right now. Okay, and then also, if the brakes feel fine to you, then you don't have to worry about doing a brake bleed. But if you think that they feel like a little bit spongy or something, then you guys probably gonna have to bleed the system, which in this case, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Now let's go ahead and start the engine now, and then redo it. Brakes feel fine to me. That's how it felt before too, when I drove it home. Now that we got it pressurized and everything, we're gonna hit the brake again. 1. There you go. That's where it got hard. 2nd time, 3rd, right there. See? It don't even go down no more. So in this case, you guys don't have to bleed the system, but I'm probably gonna do it. What you gotta do is have somebody step in the brake and then pump it a few times until it gets hard, and then you gotta tell them to stay there. Okay, so never mind then. You gotta tell them to stay there. You're gonna break this loose, and then whenever the brake pedal goes all the way down to the floor, then they have to tell you, okay, down to the floor. Then you're gonna have to tighten